Y'all, I never get on this app and cry. We don't have time no more. We don't have time. If you live in the city of Dallas, Texas, there is a massacre that is about to happen on the city of Dallas. Y'all, we don't have time to be playing. We don't have time to be worried about any of this stuff now. We do not have time to be playing no more. It's so serious. This is the most I'm going to get on this app and embarrass myself. I'm not lying. We don't have time to be playing. We don't have time to be worried about little stuff. It's those Gentiles that worry about what you gonna eat, what you gonna wear, what you gonna drive, what you gonna live in. We don't have time. We need to pray and seek Him. We don't have time no more. Let's go.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwarash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect and a sincere Akim, pushing His word, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. And your brother Mayim coming to you with another lesson. Ezekiel 21, verse 8. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus said the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. We should be concerned about who was wielding this sword. The so-called white man who was Esau Edom was given a sword, to rule the world by our father Isaac. You see, and there is no man in the world who caused more death than the so-called white man. You see, he used that sword to go around the whole globe and basically to put all the earth in subjection to him, because the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see, and Esau is the wicked of the earth. And that sword, he going to use that sword on his brother Jacob, because it said it contemneth the rod of my son. And when you go into that word rod it means tribes. You see, so he basically going to use that sword to put Jake to death. And you ask yourself, why he hate Jacob so much? Because 2/3 of our people, and basically most of the world don't understand, why Esau has a perpetual hatred for Jacob, and it's all stems from the blessing and the promises and the covenants. That because when you read Genesis the 27th chapter, it speak about Jacob supplanting Esau for the blessing, dressing up like him. When Isaac, our father, was senile, Jake dressed up like Esau and supplanted him for the blessing. You see, and that's where the hatred stemmed from. We're gonna go into that account. It says, Genesis 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, because having the blessings and the promises is your inheritance. And our forefather Isaac was a man connected to the Lord. You see, and whatever was left to him from Abraham was to rule the world. You see, but Esau, he sold his birthright for a half done pot of meat, because he came from the field and he was famished, and he didn't really respect it, because Esau basically is a base man who has no morals and values. You see, and he sold his birthright for a morsel of meat. It says, verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And Esau has the fatness of the earth. You see, he controls all the minerals, the oil, the gold, you name it, Esau has it. The one percenters, they're Edomites, that control 99% of the world's wealth. That's the fatness of the earth. And the dew of heaven above, in order for you to fly a plane, you have to speak English. You see, he controls the skies. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. It says, verse 40, and by thy sword thou shalt live. What? And by thy sword thou shalt live. So that furbished and sharpened sword, that's how sleazy he gonna live. You see, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. It says, verse 41, Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then shall I slay my brother Jacob. You see? So that's what it perpetual hatred stems from the blessings and the covenants and the promises that was given, to Jacob. It says verse 11, and he had given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished, to give it to the hand of the slayer. That sharpened, furbished, glittering sword was given to Esau Edom. And he's about to use it on Jake. And the sister that had the vision, who was crying bitterly, basically saw a vision, of a bunch of people being put to death by that glittering and furbished and sharpened sword from Esau Edom, because it's about to head into a time of trouble called Jacob's trouble. Let me get that real quick. Jeremiah 30:7. It says, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see, we heading into a period of time where Jake is going to get put to death in mass numbers, and it's going to be worse than any time that we've been in captivity. The Syrian captivity, the Babylonian captivity, the Medo-Persian captivity, the Greek captivity, the Egyptian captivity, all those captivities that we 70 AD is going to be worse than all those troubles that we've been through. We heading into some perilous times. You see, and it's all going to be perpetuated from who? Our twin brother Esau Edom. He's the wicked who has a sharpened and furbished sword, and he's going to come down with great wrath because he knows he got a short time, and basically try to end, Jacob's existence, because if Jacob is not here to get the blessing, then he feel like he's going to continue to rule the world. Verse 12, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people, smite therefore upon thy thigh. So we got to stay it up. We got to stay prayed up and pray that the Lord, protects us from that sword, that glittering sword. You see, and pray that the Lord number us among the men and women, that he showed favor to. You see, but when you read, let me get this real quick, the rod of the wicked. You see, it says the rod of the wicked. Here you go, right here. Psalms 125, verse 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands into iniquity. You see? And that's the recipe for success. Refraining from adultery, fornication, robbing, stealing, and killing, and worshiping Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah with your whole heart, mind, and body, so that way you can be saved from those said perils. You see? So I pray and I hope this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.